All right.
Okay, I'm live. Good morning,
Yay.
everyone. Well, morning. It's been we've I've rebooted my machine once. Yosh has rebooted their machine what 3 times so far
Something like that.
to try and
Yeah.
get, and it's still like you'll hear Yosh's voice is kind of crackly on my stream, and we have no idea why.
We had it working, but then like Sai accidentally knocked out the wrong like HDMI cable, and Sai
Yeah.
had to reboot, and now we're like, oh no.
So yeah, we're here. We're alive. How's your morning other than everything else, Yosh?
That's been great. There's been snow outside, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh, nice. It's not, we haven't, well, we had snow a few days ago. Today it's not snowing. It's just cold and icy. But shall we get started?
Yes, I am
All right.
excited.
So neither of us have looked at the puzzle yet. So
Nope.
this will be our first time reading. Okay. Day 2, dive. Now you need to figure out how to pilot this thing. Seems like the submarine can take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. Forward increases the horizontal position by X units, down increases the depth by X units, up increases the depth. Hey, Walter. Note that since you're on a submarine, down and up affect your depth, and so they have the opposite result of what you might expect. Okay. Submarine seems to already have a planned course, which is your puzzle input. You should probably figure out where it's going. For example, our horizontal position and depth both start at 0. Above steps would modify them as follows. So forward 5 adds to horizontal position, down 5 adds to your depth. Okay, yeah, makes sense. After following these instructions, you would have a horizontal position of 15 and a depth of 10. So you're moving in 3-dimensional space, tracking coordinates, which change based on the puzzle input. Calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have after following the planned course, what you get if you multiply them. Seems straightforward enough.
Yes. I'm realizing like I've not woken up enough to like properly follow the explanation. I'm like, oh, we go up and down and forward.
It's been a morning, but yeah. let's give it a shot.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself on Zoom.
Good luck. All right, everyone. If you want to see someone solve this quickly, don't tune into this stream. Tune into Sai's stream, maybe. But we're gonna give it our best. Morning, everyone. All right. Oh, I need to make sure that the terminal is visible. Hold on. Resizing. Yay. Okay. How's that? Everyone see? Hopefully. All right. So I'm just gonna go through the motions and then take a look at the puzzle and like figure out like what it is that we like need to do properly. All right. I'm glad. Thanks for confirming. Okay. So we are, that's AOC 2021. We are going to create a new file, day2.rs. And then here in our main, we say mod day2, day2 run. And then day2 here is pubfn run, something like that. And then cargo check. Yes, that works. All right. Oh, real fun. Maybe I'll show it like in more depth like at the end, but I ended up spending a little bit of time like yesterday implementing array windows for iterator. So our little example where we were like talking about like intermediate allocations. I managed to remove every single one of them. Hey. So it's pretty fun with that. So instead of like intermediate, like allocating into a vec, we just have like array windows for iterator. It's not perfect. We need some stuff. We can't add it to a standard lib like this, but yeah, I'll show it at the end. There's like code here. That's kind of gnarly, but yes. Okay. puzzle, today's puzzle. Let me turn off my RSI thingy. Yes. All right, so this is our input. We're just gonna go through motions. So I'd like to add unit tests for this. CFG test, mod test, test, test one. And then we have our input, let input stir equals like that. And then fn and stir, and then, oh, did I mess that up? I think I messed it up. Parse one. Yes, thank you. Thanks, chat. Indeed, const not let. Parse one, input, assertic. And then what are we asserting for? Multiplying these together is 150. 150. Cannot find function, parse one. Oh yeah, so we need to do use super like that. And then out pops, let's say use size for now. Mismatch types, yeah. And then to do here. All right, and this works-ish. Pub, great. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Okay, well, we can just leave it as pub. Doesn't matter. Right, so now we have a little failing test. Without knowing what we need to do, because I haven't fully understood yet, we can at least look at this and test it. Because my brain is not here. All right, let's read it once more. You need to figure out how to pilot this thing. It seems like the submarine could take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. So we have an enum command, which holds I think a U8 is probably enough. And then we need to navigate our coordinates somehow. Increase the horizontal position by X units, increase the depth and decrease the depth. So we have two units that we're tracking, horizontal position and depth. Note that since you're on the submarine, down and up affect your depth, and so they have the opposite result of what you might expect. Okay, so that seems like there's a gotcha involved. The submarine seems to already have a planned course, your puzzle input. Your horizontal position and depth both start at 0. The steps above would then modify them as follows. After following these instructions, you will have a horizontal position of 50 and a depth of 10. Multiplying these together produces 150. All right, so we track our depth and our horizontal position. So here we can say letmut depth equals 0, letmut position equals 0, horizontal position equals 0. And then we need to loop over the lines and parse the commands. We're going to define a quick enum. All right. Actually, I'm gonna do the full input. I'm not. We are gonna do enum command depth U8. What's a forward down up? Forward down up. And then we are going to impl from serve for command. Oh. Stir from stir. There we go. We're doing it the super fancy way. Std IO error. And then I believe here is where we do S stir. So we will have a four line inlines. I need to look at day one code. again, like my brain is a sausage. It's mincemeat. I can't think. So input.lines. Let's get the input somehow. Oh, we don't need that. So input.lines. Yeah. Here, for line in input or s dot lines. And then we say, let command cmd command equals s.parse.unwrap. I think. Yeah, that works. Cool. Now we just need to fill this in where we say s dot split iter. What does this return? It returns a iterator over parts. First is the iter.next.unwrap, and then the next one is do we just do this? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let pause equals iter.next.unwrap. So this parses a type of an instruction of type, right? Like that. By the way, for everyone tuning into the stream, welcome. We're doing a co-stream together with Sai, my coworker friend. I'm doing these things in like Rust. Sai's doing them in C++, and hopefully we can compare solutions midway through. Split once would work. Yes, you are correct. Split once new, right? Split once. String split once added 152. Yes. Oh, I love this. Yeah, you're entirely correct. Split once and then option. Yes. I love it. Hey, welcome. Okay. Yes. Split once. Perfect. Love it. Let's just call this head, tail. It doesn't need to be mutable. Okay. Now we have head and tail. Thanks for the suggestion. That was great. Then we say match head. And then we say forward, up, down. Oh, that's wrong. Panic. Oh. That should be unreachable, but whatever. And then here we say yes. And then we say let none equals tail.parse. Tail.parse.unwrap. U8. And then we say forward num, command forward num. Does that, can we repeat that once more? Down, up, please work. Expected enum results. Oh, okay. Oh. .okay, there, done. All right, now we have our little parse function done. Oh wait, sorry, that's not actually unreachable. It's just not supposed to be reachable. Oh yeah. I mean, it should be unreachable. It doesn't matter. Whether you use like panic or what are the other ones? Unimplemented. I forget what the other ones. To do, unreachable. They're like all synonyms, and there's like no consensus on what you should be using. So it doesn't matter. They'll provide the same output anyway, basically. Yeah, we're not returning error today. We could, but we're not. It's the proper way to do it. We're just unwrapping. We know our input, and it's kind of like a throwaway program. So I'm just going for brevity. But you're right. If we did it proper, we'd like do error handling. But then error handling in the standard lib is kind of incomplete, so it'd be a bit of a pain. But yeah. I use unreachable unchecked to make it feel more like C. So just for anyone who doesn't know, unreachable unchecked is unsafe, and it's more efficient. But if we had a bug, we might get undefined behavior. So we're absolutely not going to use that now. Love that C flavor. No. All right. Match command. We can just do that inline, right? U8 seems a bit small once they'll get added up, but you can always convert to something bigger. Yeah, so we're just using U8 like within here because the inputs are like decently small. Like there's no guarantee, so maybe we should make it bigger. But for now, we're just gonna use it. And if it fails, we up it. You're right though. Maybe we should just like straight up it. Num. This should be autocomplete by Rust Analyzer, but isn't. I've been meaning to fix that. All right. Oh yeah. So what do we do? If we have a forward, down adds 5 to your depth, up 3 decreases your depth by 3, resulting in value of 2. Okay, so yeah, that needs to be eye size, horizontal position. I size, U size. So depth can only like ever increase, but horizontal position, no, is that right? No, it's the other way around. No, it is correct. I feel like there's no rule that says we can't like have negative marshmallow. That's very soft and floofy. Thank you for that. Yes. It helps when you're like co-streaming. You get random cats in stream. Marsh is such a good boy. So soft. I mean, yes, the submarine is unlikely to go to negative depths, but also we're talking about Santa submarine, so maybe there's like reindeer involved and we can actually like take off. Who knows? It should be lined up parse, 8th line. Oh, did I make a mistake? S.parse. Oh, whoops. Yes, lined up parse. Thank you very much. That's a keen eye. Thanks, chat. See, if we do it together, maybe we'll get there. So hor pause plus equals num, and then down. Wasn't there like a thing? Down adds 5 to your depth. Okay. Depth plus equals num. Depth min equals num. You're right. It should probably just be U size, but no guarantees. And then out pops at the end here, depth hor pause. Depth as as U size times hor pause. Cannot. As U size. No. Oh, that works. Oh, come on. All right, no, we're doing what chat suggested. You're right. This needs to be U size for convenience. Can I add U size to I size? All right, let's see how broken this gets. U size found U8. What? Oh, there we go. Actually, we can just drop that. Functions never used. All right, well, let's run tests. Cool. Okay, that worked. All right, let's run the actual one, for which we're going to do something like that. Inputs 2.txt, and then we create a new little input here. Can depth be negative? I mean, no such no such constraint has been given, but we are assuming not. It's the kind of thing like if we get a panic, then we'll just, change it. But for simplicity, we're just assuming not yet. Okay, get puzzle input. Okay, that looks good. Output 1, run. Okay, let's run this. Let's see what happens. Hey. Let's take a look. We should update our main function or like our thing here. Day 1, day 2, day 2, output 1. Okay, let's run this one more. Run --bin AOC 2021. Day 2, output 1. All right, let's verify that. I mean, we didn't panic. Submit. Hey, we got it. Continue to part 2. Let's check in with Sai. Hey, we just finished our first one. How are you doing? I think Sai is looking for the unmute button. There's some intense staring going on.
Sorry, yeah, I was just trying to unmute. Yeah, no, my brain has completely ceased to function. It's one of those times where you're just like, everything went wrong getting set up this morning, just completely threw me off.
I'm sorry for bringing that energy into your life, I guess. But you're still working on the first one?
Yeah.
All right. I think what I'll do is I'll show chat my terrible like generic stuff that I did yesterday, my trait stuff for the first exercise, and you just let me know when you're done, and maybe we can like go over the second one then.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll mute here.
All right. Okay, what's chat saying? Can depth be negative? Well, I guess we lucked out, right? Does U size panic when lower than 0? Yeah. So let's take a look at that, right? Hold on. Here's the code that I wrote. It's like let x or 0 U size minus 12 U size, right? Just that as a statement. And then this should just, here you go. We even like catch it as a compile time error because like these values are both constant. So we try and like get constant execution on it. It just says like, hey, this arithmetic operation will overflow, right? We will. So in C, what will happen here, I believe, is it will like wrap around. So you'll get like U size max, and then minus 11, I think, something like that, or minus 12, but like wraps around. But by default, like Rust will guard against this. I think like const execution is indeed like guard against, but indeed if we can't do like const like checking, I believe in release mode, this is by default like not checked for. But you can set a flag so to force it so that it like checks it. Rihanna saying, in this case, I think release mode could still catch it because they're const, but I think wraps with normal variables in release. Yeah, that's correct. There's a flag you can like set in cargo toml to have like correct math. I think it should be the default, but it's like disabled for performance purposes. Yeah. Yeah, it's not undefined behavior. It is very much defined. So if you want to like force the non so just bottom.
All right, Josh, we're done. The first one.
Sub 12. Like this will like stick to 0. Yay.
Okay, part 2. Based on our calculations, the planned course doesn't seem to make any sense. You find the submarine manual and discover the process is actually slightly more complicated. In addition to horizontal position and depth, you also need to track a third value, aim, which also starts at 0. Commands also mean something entirely different from what you thought. So down X increases your aim by X units, up increases your aim by X units, forward does 2 things, increases your horizontal position by X, and increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Okay.
Oh, okay, so aim is in addition to the things we were already like tracking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, amazing.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Okay. All right. Okay, so down and up to the opposite of what we expect. We now have a second test that outputs like 900. Using this new interpretation of the commands, calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have after a planned course. All right, chat. let's do another one. All right. So, is our like test input the same? Yeah, our test input is once more the same thing. So we can just write a second test and a second parse function. Oh, test 2. Oh, test 2. Oh, or 2. Okay, there we go. Parse 2. And then we have our parse 1 function. Becomes parse 2. Our very neatly encapsulated command thing. Actually, no, our command thing is like the same. Oh my God. I'm still copying and pasting test input. Give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
That's nice. All right. So our parser is like still busy. Our output was 900, right? So all we need to do now is like change the way we do stuff here. So let aim equals 0 U size. Oh, U 0 U size. Okay. So down X increase your aim by X units. Down X increases your aim by X units. Aim plus equals num. Oh, aim needs to be I size. Are you sure? Probably. Well, let's see how far we get. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Up decreases your aim by X units. Aim minus equals num. Forward does 2 things. Increase your horizontal depth by X units. Okay, so that is what we do. But then it also increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Increases your depth by your aim. Depth plus equals aim times num. I don't think we need those like params there. But yeah, those are being flagged. Okay, so parse 2, run test. Let's see what we have. Hey, that worked. Cool. All right. And now we can like do that once too. Parse 2, output 2. Oh. And then we can cargo run that. Multiply final horizontal position by your final depth. All right, submit. Hey, that was it. All right, cool. We also have it.
You also have it. Good job.
Yeah.
Have you pushed yours to GitHub yet?
I'll do that right now.
Cool. Then we can have a look at Yosh's solution.
Yes. Commit domain. Push. Pretty happy with this one. All right, I pushed it.
Right. I push mine as well.
Cool.
Yeah, this is so much neater than the C++ version.
Yeah, so the way we did it is we have somewhere at the center of the code, line 47, is we have an enum, which contains like all the commands, because it's
Yeah.
like a list of commands. And that implements from string, which allows us to like parse a command from a string directly. We're like using unwrap everywhere because, example code,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first one is essentially we like go over each line, we parse the command, we execute the command, and then at the end of it, we like do something with the aggregate. So here's depth and horizontal position. The second one, we also like add aim. It's nice because we could like reuse the code between like parse 1 and parse 2.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's,
For my one, we just split on a space and then get the command and the amount from there, and then just do that. Yeah, pretty not much interesting going on. I think that the thing which annoys me is just the standard library support for doing these basic string operations is really a pain.
oh, actually, a question. I feel like would this be nicer if you used the what's that C++ proposal for string parsing? Like Rust has like print line, but the opposite of that, the parser one that looks like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the status on it is. So we have in C++ 20, we have stood format, which is a like nice outputting library, kind of like Python style thing where you just use like braces to specify placeholders, and it's like a more type safe, faster, nicer version of printf. I believe there's something in the works for a similar like scanf alternative, but I don't know what the status of it is.
I've seen it and I was like, oh my God, I want that for Rust. So I tried adapting it. It's like, oh no, we need like generic tuples for this thing to work and like lending iterators. And it's like, but something like that that should make the string splitting a little bit nicer, probably, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's nice.
Cool. I think that's all for today.
Yes.
See you all next time.
Yes. Oh, I might actually stick around and like show chat like my terrible like gin trait thing. So I'll be on for like another like 2 minutes. But yes.
All right. See you.
Bye. All right. So for everyone interested, let me show you like this terrible code over here. Can we? Oh no. Okay. Okay. I hid Psi for a second. So here in standard X, we have a iterator extension thing, which adds an array windows method. And yeah, I don't know how interesting this is, but there were like a few like interesting things with this. So I was showing this earlier, but instead of like intermediate allocations, we made a little extension called array windows, which I think is like nice. Yeah, exactly. So I implement iterator or array windows for iterator using an iterxt trait. So the way we did that is we defined a new trait called iterxt, like here in a little utils file. And then we said like, hey, where self is iterator, and then we implemented it for every iterator. So all you need to do is like bring this into scope and as like available. And then it just adds a new method called array windows, which returns the iterator itself. Kind of gets like super gnarly with like const generics and stuff. But yeah, the super short version of it is it gives us like the directly array windows for iterator and holds a very tiny like cache of items in self here. So it keeps the iterator and the cache which is just the length of things. And every single iteration, it like takes it gets the next item from the iterator, puts it into Windows, and then you get like a sliding window. The only downside is that here, when we're like iterating, we return a cloned value. Yeah. Exactly. It is really nice that, so for people who don't know, like an array is like stack allocated, so not like heap allocated. So we don't go through like an allocator, which means this essentially can be completely inlined and like compiled away by the compiler. Yeah. So here, but unfortunately here we like need to call self cache clone on every like instance. So we return a copy of the values inside of it, which means that the values need to be cloned, which is super annoying because the slice variant just returns a reference. Unfortunately, but you don't need to clone if you take an fnmute and self item b. Is that true? Wait, where is that bound? Where is that bound? Hold on. I'm pretty sure we need to clone here though. We're not taking, because this doesn't take like a function. It doesn't take like what do we call that? Words difficult. Oh yeah. So I've seen map windows. Closure. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Yes. Good morning indeed. But yeah, because we want to like return a value that exists like on the iterator itself, we need lending iterators, unfortunately. And lending iterators, essentially right now there are like issues with the lifetimes that we can't like return an item like contained on the iterator itself. So we need to clone instead of like hand a reference, and that sucks. That's very unfortunate. But one day we'll have like lending iterators. We need generic associated types for that. I checked with the Lang team yesterday to be like, hey, can this work? And they were like, no, that's lending iterators, which means GATs, which means we can't do it. But yeah, if we can get this working, right? Can I move out of self.cache? .as ref, sorry, instead of like clone. And we need to update stuff, but it just isn't like quite possible. But once it is, I think this would make a lot of sense to like add to standard lib. I mean, we have GATs, but I was talking to like Lang people yesterday, and they were like, they aren't stable yet. How would GATs enable it? I forget. I just know that like in order to get like lending iterators working, we need GATs to be able to express like that lifetime. Yeah, exactly. It would need like an iterator extension where it's like, hey, this is a lending iterator. So stuff involved, but here's like a practical example. Array windows, yay. It's cloning right now, which is not ideal, but one day we'll just be able to have this with like the proper, like instead of like returning an owned array that's been cloned from internal, just a reference, and that'll be like really cool, I think. Anyway, that was my little like half an hour exploration yesterday after finishing this up, because I was like, I want to remove those allocations. Didn't quite do it. We're still cloning a bunch, but close. Yeah. Yes. For anyone like wanting to like look this up, I've pushed it to GitHub. The repo is AOC. Yes. So my name /AOC. And here's like 2021 source day 2 with the implementation and the test and stuff. Next would need to be next and a self item. Oh, right. I believe it still needs to be like a mute self. So Rihanna just posted in chat, like next taking a lifetime, but yes, and we can't do that. Oh my God. Oh no, don't. Who needs stable? Just, run delays nightly every day. Oh no. Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all tomorrow. It is 11:13 my time. So 45 minutes ago, tomorrow we'll be online again with day 3 of Advent of Code. Hope to see you. And yeah, have a good day. See ya. Bye-bye.